Hello, folks. Trust you're doing well today. And if you're not, I hope things get a lot better for you. So, this video is going to be about silver, gold, and what you can do about the fact that our government is debasing our currency about as fast as they possibly can get away with it. Now, it's been going on for a few years now, but it's become pretty obvious at this point that we've printed so much money out of thin air that we owe interest on to pay back that we'll never be able to. And the government has one of two choices: to go bankrupt or to keep playing the game that got us here for the last 100 years and keep printing more money with debt promises behind it. And the end result will be everything you see around you becomes more expensive. It's not going up in value. Your money is going down in value. Gold and silver seem to be going up so much that people are worried they shouldn't buy it now. The fact is, it's going to go up even more. Your groceries have went up, cars have went up, houses have went up, labor is slowly going up. We could argue oil and energy, they're going up and down for other reasons, political reasons, supply and demand. But speaking of supply and demand, that's one of the main reasons why silver and copper and platinum are going up so much, because they have been undervalued for so long that there's just no stopping it. In the case of silver and platinum and copper, all three, we've been using more than we've been mining for a while, and unless industrial demand slows down greatly, that's going to create an even larger supply deficit in the future. In the case of silver, we seem to be finding new ways to use it every year. In the case of platinum, if we're not doing away with combustion engine cars, then we'll be needing to use platinum and palladium for catalytic converters. Silver has so many uses I couldn't even begin to list them here. But what's really important to know is that when we run out, it's not as easy as just preparing another farm and planting more food the next year. Or increasing production to get more out of the ground. The mines that are built take years to plan, finance, and permit. And they take even more years for the mine to be built. And usually it's a good year or so after that before the mine's really in good, fully operational speed. So 5 to 10 years for more silver to magically appear. The same thing's going to happen with copper, unless we go into a major depression and we stop trying to expand and repair existing electrical infrastructure all across the globe. So I'm not a financial advisor. I hear people say that all the time. I think just to keep from getting in trouble. I can't give you advice on how you should invest your money, but me personally, I think gold and silver are good items to buy if you have money saved. If you have extra money saved, maybe you won't spend it for 5 or 10 years. It won't be worth nearly as much when you go to spend it. That's the problem. So saving money is only somewhat helpful. If you have enough money saved that you don't expect to spend it in the near future, then it's a good idea. The way I've dealt with it is I've saved enough money that I had some extra, and I buy precious metals to keep from spending it easily, basically, because there's a deterrent to sell it too soon after you buy it. You have to pay a premium to get it into your hand, and you kind of lose that when you sell it. So you need it to appreciate in value before you sell it, ideally. But it's always there in case I need money. I can turn it into money. I can turn it into cash if I need to spend cash. And in the case of investments, the mining companies, especially the ones that they're actually in production, they're running their companies properly, they're not in debt, they are making so much more money off of silver that's worth $70+ an ounce than they were at silver at $30 or $40 an ounce. I don't think anyone's able to even really determine just exactly how much money they're making yet. When the fourth quarter earnings come out in 2026, these guys are going to have so much money. They're paying dividends, they're buying back shares. Mining stocks across the board have tripled over the last year. And I think they'll become even more valuable, not just when the price of the metals continue going up, but when everyone realizes there's a future shortage, and that these people that have mines are going to be worth even more. If they can figure out how to increase production over the next few years, they'll be worth even more. And the big major companies that have been doing this for years profitably will know how to add more resources to their books and how to pull more metal out of the ground. So that's just my thoughts on it. I've made a little bit of money in the stock market, trading options, and investing in mining companies. Just in the last year and a half, 500-600% returns. And I'm not looking at anything else in the stock market, because these are literally the only companies that aren't in debt. And they're mining money right out of the ground. It's crazy. And you compare that to all of these tech companies and all sorts of failing companies across the board that are in so much debt they can't fix it, especially with their profits decreasing. So that's just my take on it. For anyone who is concerned about whether they should or shouldn't buy gold and silver, I'd say it's definitely only going to maintain its value, increase in value over the next coming years. sure. And if you're worried about buying right now because it's crazy, it's went from $50 to $80 an ounce for silver in the last 3 months, 4 months. I can't remember exactly when it broke above 54, but it's just went straight up ever since it broke $54. And so the thing to do is say you have some money, maybe you have $1,000 and you want to buy some metals with it, but you're worried they've went up so much. So just take about 20% of it or so. Take a quarter of it and go ahead and go get you some. And wait a little while. In a week or 2 weeks, if the price drops $10, rush in there and get a little bit more. And wait a little while. If the price goes up $10 or $20, go ahead and get a little bit more. And then over the long run, you won't have made a decision all at one time to rush in and get something. You won't regret buying it and watching the price fall back, and you won't regret not buying it and watching the price go up even more. And over time it'll average out, and it'll just steadily continue to increase in value. So that's my only advice there. And till I see you all again, have a good day.